Welcome everybody to the Blue Broad Training Report, the first for season 2024, or the first for 2024 should I say, post-Christmas, post-New Year. Got Joey here.
Everyone keeps saying
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, mate. Buonanno. How are you?
That's it. Good. Good. I've been good. It was a nice little break. Good to be back though.
It is, isn't it? It's very good.
Very good to be back.
It's. I will say, just before we get stuck into our analysis of what's exactly going on out here, sir. It is absolutely packed.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here. Probably not as many as what were here pre-Christmas, but there's a lot of people. This is a decent turnout.
Yeah, it's a fantastic turnout. What do you reckon? It's probably about 5?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7,000?
Yeah, I'd say about 5. I'd say about 5.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
There's a few here.
I remember when we came to these sessions probably 2-3 years ago.
200 people.
There was no one here.
You can hear
absolutely no one here, and now it's absolutely.
It's good. It's good to see. It's good to see. Teams up and about, gets everyone else up and about. It's nice.
It does. We've had sort of people come up to me, and I'm sure people have come up to you and done the, what do you think? And I just looked at them and said, Premiership.
Expectations now. That's it. Now there's actual expectations. It's not. I said to Tez the other week. It's not. It's not about hope anymore. It's like there's actual expectation. We've seen
Spot
it
on.
now.
Spot on.
It's a little bit different.
Spot on. Now the elephant in the room is that there's no Jacob Wiedering out there. We know why. He's got a high grade calf strain, but we've got ample replacements out there at the moment. They're doing, what are they doing? They're sort of doing match sim towards the Legends stand here. So we'll keep our eye on some defenders live in play for you. We've got Lewis Young, Caleb Marchbank. Who else is down there? Lockie Cowan's down there. He's probably going to be one that needs to have a big year. Boyd's there.
S. Durden down the other end somewhere, I think. But he was doing some light running before, so he's one I'm keeping an eye on because someone's got to take that spot. You know, come opening round. You come up against Brisbane that forward line. You can't roll with McGovern, Kemp and Marchbank, so it's going to be interesting to see what match selection looks like.
We need someone who's a lockdown type. Yeah. I think those three will all play. Yeah. But you need someone who's first. I mean, their first thing is always going to be defence. But they're all attacking players, aren't they? Marchbank's an intercept, McGovern's an intercept, Kemp's an intercept, but they're all get the ball and go. Whereas Wieders he's get the ball and go, but he's more
touch tight.
Yeah, exactly right. I don't know who's going to replace him. I don't know if you remember last pre-season, Sam Durden was the bloke who was going to come in because Aaron Hamill's a big rap for him, but then Lewis Young sort of ended up coming in, and then Wiedering took his spot, and then the form waned away. And I think, as we said, there's definitely ample replacement. What about Youngie? He's just here now.
He's an interesting one, isn't he? Because last year he
fell off a cliff.
He did. He fell off a massive cliff. Yeah. He had a huge year in 2022 and looked like he was going to be a 10-year defender for us week in, week out. But for whatever reason, just couldn't gel in that back line in 2023. Maybe with Wieders gone, he takes that mantle again as the number one. And he can produce that sort of form that we saw in 2022. Hopefully, because then, if he can find his groove, Wieders comes back in. Maybe you've got two genuine lockdown defenders that can play side by side.
Yep.
A lot of the good, very very good teams have that. So I think he definitely needs to take a step up. And it's like I said, I think it's either him or Durden to start opening round. So it's going to be interesting to see which one really takes it.
It wouldn't surprise me if they go with Durden. It wouldn't even surprise me if they just stick with all three, Marchbank, McGovern and Kemp, and just say.
Well, they could do that too. For me, with Brisbane, you kind of have to go a little bit taller. Like they're too dangerous. We saw what even happened to Wiedering in the prelim. Danaher, had his 5 minutes and towed him up. So, it's a tough matchup. Always a tough matchup, especially up there.
The one thing I don't want them to do with Wieders is risk him.
No. I was saying to someone before.
I don't want that.
I was saying to someone before that. I can't remember what I was saying.
There's no point.
They said he'll miss opening round and then come back for Richmond. I said, no, forget that. We've got to buy. We've got to buy. Just let him have 11 weeks.
They are good enough to beat both teams without him.
Yeah, agree.
In the squad.
I agree.
That's one thing that they need to do with a player like him is just take the conservative approach because muscle injuries.
Yeah.
They can just niggle around for the whole season.
You don't want that to tear again during the season. Nope. So give him an extra couple of weeks. You know what? It's only 2 rounds at the end of the day.
Yep.
We should be winning at least against Richmond. So if not both.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right.
So
just one week at a time now. It's going to creep up on us pretty quickly.
No,
Gordy and Motlop are going head to head.
49 days away.
Yeah, what's the counter on the socials?
It's 49.
49.
Yeah, 49. I've been going since 176, so
it's your thing.
If anyone's going to know.
Holland's Elijah's the one I think people are looking at. It was the first name that got mentioned when I walked through the doors here.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty good. I know David King was a big rap for him when he came and had a look at one of their main sessions earlier this week.
He moves well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
For a big body.
Yeah.
He moves very well.
I like he's in that role. We need that. We're sitting here at the 50 arc. And that's where we need someone.
Yeah, essentially.
From about here to 75 out, and I think he's just going to occupy
I think
that
there's
area
a few.
very
I think we've got
nicely.
a few now all of a sudden that could potentially play that role. Even like a Matt Cottrell.
Yep.
Because he's going to get pushed higher up the ground with Doherty playing in midfield this year, as we would expect. Fantasia comes in as well. Not that he's a high half forward, but that clogs up the forward line again.
Above the ground to a certain point as well.
You know, you got Sauce as well, who missed some time, but you'd think that he's going to be picked most weeks. Jack Martin, fit Jack Martin. Forward line, all of a sudden, it's it was an issue for us. It was an issue that we thought it was going to be for a while, but now there's we've got a plethora of options up forward to play that role.
We
so.
do. Jack just putting in a ball to Harry there. He's gone the double bite. Jack. Why does he cop a bad rap? Does he cop a bad rap, or am I just?
No, I don't think he cops a bad rap. I think he's one of those players that unfortunately he's never solidified. Oh, big hit there between. Who was that? I think it might have been Hewitt and who's wearing the 32 today. I can't see. Big hit. That's right. They're up. I don't think he cops a bad rap. I think he's just a player that's never solidified a position. Yeah. So because he's never solidified one position, you kind of go, well, what do we do with you?
For me, the way I look at it, that what he just did there, out on the in between wing and half forward, hitting up Mackay. For me, he's a lovely hit-up.
Ashton Moyer
Silvani's a great hit-up, and that's where I think he needs to start playing.
Ashton Moyer just running past there. That kid is ready to go.
Gazelle.
He's ready to go.
Flying through.
Yeah, and that could. I'm hoping he can lock down that role this year because I don't know. We look better with him in the side.
I agree.
I think we do.
I agree.
And we always have. And I also think you can play him, TDK and Pitto. I don't think there's an issue with that. A lot of people are saying it's got to be two of the three, but
it's horses for horses too.
Yeah.
It's what works best against opposition. So
True.
We've got to stay.
That is true.
And this is what the best teams in all sports do. You've got to stay unpredictable to a certain point.
Yeah.
Because teams figure you out in the blink of an eye.
Very quickly.
So the more depth we have and the more the wider skill set we have in each position on the ground, it makes it harder for opposition to nail us down. So for me, Silvani's got to play high half forward. That's how I see it.
Yeah,
so,
he's basically that third tall.
Yeah.
He's that third tall. And then you got Jack Martin, who's a bit of a hybrid, and a couple of smalls at the feet of Harry and Charlie. That makes sense to me. That makes sense.
You said Moyer, he's just running around here, and it's a question that people I think are going to ask. Is he going to play early in the season? I'm saying no. I don't think he will, but I did say when I was doing, I think it was the BA show one of the Monday shows we did just before the new year came in. I'd love for Vossi to say, Ashton, Billy, go up to the Gabba. You're going to play the first game, and this is the standard.
Yeah.
This is the hardest road trip we're probably going to have for season 2024. Let's go.
I mean, he's coming round again now. And he just looks ready. Like, he's got the body. He's got the body. We've seen him move through traffic. We know he's got that step. He's
he's taller than people think.
Oh, he's a big boy. No, he's a big boy. But I don't know. Do I hope to see him? No. If he gets his opportunity, sure. Like, give us everything he's got. For me this year, I don't care. This is where my head's at. I don't really care who's out there.
Yeah.
And I think if last year taught us anything, it doesn't matter who plays as long as he plays well.
Well, this is the thing, and this is what we've been talking about. This is best 22. I'm over it.
Yeah, no. It's too hard to do. It's too hard to do.
What is a best 22? Tell me what a best 22 is.
Nah, I
want people in the chat Define when you go into the Oxford Dictionary and the words best 22 come up. Define best 22. What is it?
No,
Can you tell me what the best 22 is? What does a best 22 mean, boys? What is it?
Best 44, thanks. Don't.
What's a
make me
best 22?
choose.
See, we got the boys here. They're all here. Everyone's here. I don't know what a best 22 is.
Nah,
For me, you've got to have a squad.
Yeah, that's what Geelong
That's what the
had.
best teams do.
I think
Geelong had a
I
squad
think
and they got it done.
I think you've got a best 10.
Talent-wise.
Yeah,
Yes.
that are going to get picked every
And
week.
they're the ones that, it's Cripper, it's
Charlie, Walsh,
all
like
those
these guys
blokes.
get
Correct,
picked every week.
correct,
They're
correct.
their first name on the team
correct.
sheet.
Lock, stock and barrel blokes.
But after that, you need role players, and we saw it last year. We had guys come in like Fogarty, Cunningham, Martin that we thought at certain times, even Marchbank, prior to that, we thought they're not going to be on the list.
Those blokes they
You know?
backed in, yeah?
Yeah.
They backed in those guys.
So you got to come in and be ready to play your role. So whoever it is, they need to be, they need to have the same impact that those guys had last year, because that's really what launched us in the second half of the year.
It was
I don't care what anyone
that
says.
half forward line as well.
Don't care
Remember,
what
as soon as that half forward line changed,
Yeah.
here's another one I want to mention, David Cunningham.
Yeah.
Mate,
What are we going to do next
See, and this is
year?
the thing. Like we've got now with Cunners.
I don't need to, as soon as I say the word David Cunningham, as soon as we say David Cunningham, the conversation just
Well, this is the thing,
it just
like-
starts.
Sauce has just kicked a nice little check side on the run there.
thank God.
Nice little check
That
side.
looks
Get
a lot
up,
cleaner.
get up, good, get
But
up.
it wouldn't be a sauce.
Binsy's here. Look at we've got Binsy as well.
It was brilliant.
Cunners.
Oh, no, I think he's just missed it.
Is
Anyway,
Cunners one of those guys who's going to be on the periphery? Because he's another one. He's an important part of the squad.
So he's now fighting for spots with Martin, with the likes of Martin, Cottrell, Fogarty. That's that role.
Correct.
Elijah Hollins. So you may not see these guys every single week.
Yeah.
This is where we've got a really good problem at the moment, and it's something I banged on about a lot last year when we were in the absolute pits.
Oh, I did not see that.
You've got to reward form, and if you're not in form, give someone a crack.
Correct.
And we've now got players and we've got depth where if you're not
Give
performing
yourself
week
some
to
room,
week,
mate. Is that Harry?
you bring someone in like a Cunningham or a Cottrell and you rotate them, and you can rotate
he's
them
got to
throughout the
remember
year.
to give himself
So
some space.
ball's up his end at the moment. So
Charlie's just roved the back of the pack, taking a marking.
vintage
It's
Charlie.
a
Kerno.
sensational
That was
goal.
vintage.
The other name I wanted to mention was Matt Kennedy. Now, the reason I want to mention Matt Kennedy is because he's been at the forefront of every single training content video we've seen from the start of pre-season. Is that by design, or is he
I think
got a role? He's got a role to play. I love him. love him.
Elijah Hollins just through traffic there as well.
Charlie,
Down
holding,
Charlie's
free
throat.
kick.
Yeah. Anyway,
Marchbank, well done.
Kennedy. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
For me,
I
again,
don't-
he's an important part of the squad. He might not play 24, 25 games, but he's going to be an important part of the squad.
Can you play Hewitt, Chera, Walsh, Cripps, Kennedy every week? For me,
Well, you
no.
don't-
I don't think it's dynamic enough for me.
Where's the point of difference?
There
Yeah,
isn't
you
one.
know.
They're all
Yeah.
they can all essentially play the same role.
Yeah.
I think you've got to decide between Hewitt and Kennedy on any given week for me.
Yep.
The other three, they're first picked. Chera, Walsh, Cripps don't miss. We saw at times how slow we looked when all five played together.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have something a little bit more dynamic.
Billy Wilson will provide that.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Billy Wilson,
Yep.
Doherty's going to roll through there. Ollie Hollins will probably take a step and go a little bit more inside and at stoppage. Charlie taking a hanger. And he's wheeled around and hit Harry at the top of the square. This is just... This is... it gets us excited. I know it's pre-season, but wow, if you saw what we
Calm down, Joey.
if you saw what we just saw. Back-to-back Kennedy. I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But again, does it matter?
No, I don't think so.
If Hewitt's out of form, he can come in. If he's out of form, Hewitt comes
It's
in.
good that we're talking about this now. We don't have to talk about, he has to play and he has to play. And
Yes.
it's a squad of 30 to 35 that will rotate throughout the majority of the team in the year. And then if you need to go into deeper stocks, then I think we're well covered with regards to all of that. So
Yeah,
have you
that's it.
noticed anything? You know, one thing I did notice too, and I don't know if you've noticed it as well, but the handball chains look a lot
Cleaner.
slicker.
Yep, a lot cleaner. They were doing some drills earlier, really touch tight, close quarters, and I was very impressed by the way that we were able to move the ball through some really tight traffic with our hands.
Yeah. whilst she's just hitting up Silvani. So he's about 40 out here, tight ankle.
And Sauce has been playing this third tall this match team, so
He has been.
that's been interesting to see.
And the one thing that we can say who is involved, the one person who's involved in this match team, he's right in front of us, he's on the mark. I'll let you announce it.
Yeah, Zach Williams. Z Will.
I think this could be his first main session back. He was penciled in to come back during February. We're about to hit February and he's here. He's so important.
He looks fit. He looks fit, and it's good to see him. Sauce just missed that one. It's good to see him out on the track at this time of year. You know, he hasn't played footy in 15 months.
Yeah.
So he's a new recruit. That's a new recruit for us.
I love that.
It's true, and I feel like this happens every year for us. Really, at this point, we get someone back that we not forget about, but we forget the impact that they can have, and he's as good as a new recruit as anyone else. So
he is.
He's going to be very important to our ball movement and those handball changes.
He is indeed. Outside of that, there's not too many positional changes. I don't think it's all. There's no real surprises in this session. Akers is the widest player. That's no shock.
Pretty stock standard. This looks to me.
Elijah's in the cut and thrust of it. There's Billy Wilson bursting his way through. This looks really nice.
I like this kid. I like the way he's built. He's hit Harry on the tip. I'll tell you what. I like his body. He looks ready to go. He's a smooth mover. He's got a great boot. We were talking about Ashton Moyer before, but he is one that I think could break in early. We saw Lockie Cowan come in and do it last year. Early on. He's got some serious wheels on him.
I reckon Wilson he could be the one who gets in first out of those draftees and recruits. He's the one I'm penciling in to play first. All right, so Siren's gone there, and I reckon that means you and I can be done and dusted.
That's it.
How does that sound?
No, it's good. This is good.
What's going on with you guys? Almost Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Almost Blues Brothers. You've got a new graphic.
We do, new logo.
Yeah,
new logo.
Sexy, by the way.
New trailer coming out in a couple of days.
Very nice.
Bloody time.
And season four starting January 28th, next Sunday. So
beautiful.
Season launch yet. We'll be on SEN with you tomorrow.
You will be.
Saturday night. So
Saturday night special.
It's good. It's a nice start to the year. So we're back very soon. Very, very soon.
Good. Jumper Punch will be back soon as well. We'll have a date close to the season starting. So we'll keep you all posted. I'm Terry for today.
And I'm Paul. No, I'm Paul for today.
Exactly right. Yeah, he's stepping into the role that we had before. Like, subscribe, comment, become a member. If there's anything that you saw at training today that caught your eye, leave a comment, share the video around, and we'll see you at the next training session.
And I'll see you very soon.
Ciao. Go Blues.